Okay, so hello everyone. We are not so a huge country, but we still have youth unemployment. So those are numbers of youth unemployment. On 2012, there were 74,000 young job seekers under 25 years old, and if we will look on last month's statistics from Lithuanian Labor Exchange. Lithuanian Labor Exchange is a labor agency, let's say, yeah. So we have like 50% of young unemployed people female and 50 male, so it's average. And there are half of them unskilled and never employed. So what we mentioned yesterday before, that young people need some experience, like Lithuanian Labor Exchange is working on this. And because like the main youth unemployment reasons which they see is lack of job experience, incomplete education, mismatch between acquired profession skills and labor market, because like usually education system is very slow, refer to labor market needs, what businessman needs. So, and lack of motivation on job search, and how employers see the conditions. The youth is not satisfied by offered wages. Employers are willing to keep their older employees, because if they will leave, they will need to pay really big money. I think one of the biggest problem are also that it's really hard to adapt in new place, and when you don't have any experience, but in the business you need really fast results, it's really hard for young people. And of course, we have some kind of illegal activities in our labor market when salary is being given in envelope, you know, without paying taxes. So for youth, they're less into this. So for employers, it's harder to spend less money. And all institutions in Lithuania, government, ministries, municipalities, are working with youth unemployment, but in different levels. And there is one of them, Lithuanian Labor Exchange, what I mentioned before, employment agency, which provides help for employers, for employees, and reflects present day needs on labor market. Recently, there was the idea that we need to open youth centers on job search, because what was the biggest problem, that youth didn't want to sign for job agency because that was not so popular, you know. It's like a shame that you're loser. And what they are doing right now, they're opening youth job centers in those agencies which are working just with youth on mentoring, working on writing CV. And I was really amazed when I visited it first. They're using really often non-formal learning methods. Work with small groups, active participation, reflection. And I was like, wow, this is a public agency and they're working on non-formal methods. Because they saw that youth which is unemployed really often has problems with, you mentioned, selling themselves. Even the director of this job center in our town, she said like one story about one young person who couldn't introduce himself. Just even my name is. He was like normal, but he has some personal insight problems, you know. And they found for him a job, but they were going to the company with him, working and mentoring, and then like after 1 month, 2 months, asking like, "How are you? Is it okay?" So they're like helping young people which need it. And of course, they are providing resources which need for the job search and all the skills. So yeah, this is how it looks like. And yeah, what I mentioned before, like it trying to use methods like non-formal learning and also cooperates with other institutions like employers, teachers, students. And when I was visiting last week this center, they had some students with who they were working on their future education and career perspectives. Then after a few hours they had a class from gymnasium, and so they are trying to work with a lot of institutions where are young people and where they can reach them. And for those who are young but not in any institution, they're registered to employment agency, so they also need to work there. So how youth job centers were working, they were mainly providing information, then events for clients, informative meeting with job seekers and employers, meeting with relatives of youth, and so on, so on. So there are a lot of services, and today is just the beginning for this agency. So we will see like more results in the future. But what I really like that they're open-minded for new methodologies, not just waiting when youth will arrive and ask. They're going and dealing with the problem. Yeah, and this is one of the good examples from their program. So during 2010-2011, they had 6.7 thousand unmotivated, unskilled young people who participated in 2 days group session. So with 6-7 participants, they were working on team building, self-awareness, goal setting, and so on, so on. So it's like structural work in small groups with unmotivated youth, and that went really well because some youth from my NGO also participated, and they said, well, that was something interesting, not so stressful when you have official meeting with suits, you know, and yeah. Yeah, so looking to the future, this organization want really work more with risk groups and be more cooperative with institutions which are responsible for education, leisure time, and be closer to youth which needs their help. So those are their future plan, and I think they will be really successful because they have governmental money for this, and they have will also. And next institution, I would like to represent its Enterprise Lithuania. They are mainly working with entrepreneurship, with business sector, but keeping in mind mentorship on what we are talking right now. They're providing, it's governmental agency. They are providing help for young people who would like to be self-employed, and it's for free. Business Basket has many services, 50 hours, 24 hours of trainings on marketing, on self-awareness, team building, consultations on taxes, and so on, so on. This is for free. So I have few stories. Few of my friends started businesses and they didn't know like anything. And if they wanted to consult with specialists, those were like really huge money for 1 hour. And they used this kind of service. And those mentors were really helping them for free. And then they said, like, we really received primary help and started, you know, going straight to the business, not just thinking like how to send your problem within 1 hour and spend less money and be less stressful. Yeah, so this institution is also really helping and mentoring, but they are more into youth, which has like motivation and asking for help. Yeah, so those two agencies are really working, let's say, in my opinion, really well. And they're open in cooperation with non-governmental sector, with NGOs and public bodies. So this is the experience from Lithuania, and thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you.